Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we are looking at something that is just incredibly raw and honestly super fascinating. We're breaking down a real-time 100-day money-making experiment. You know, this isn't some theoretical fluff, it's a literal day-by-day documentation of someone trying to build an income from absolute scratch. And today we are jumping right into the thick of it on day 2.
Okay, let's dive into this. $43. Yep, you heard that right. That is the entire remaining budget for this creator's challenge. The stakes here? They're incredibly high, mostly because they're starting with just this $43 and absolutely zero plan. I mean, we're talking a total blank slate, a ticking clock, and a very, very tight wallet.
And, you know, what makes this explainer so compelling to me is the core ethos behind the whole project. The creator put it perfectly. 100 money-making methods documented in real time, no fluff, no fake results. Because let's face it, in a world full of inflated wins and those overnight success stories we constantly see, this is all about radical transparency. We're getting a front row seat to the messy, totally honest reality of trying to actually generate revenue online.
So, with a grand total of $43 to their name, the strategic move for day 2 is exactly what it sounds like, the zero-cost strategy.
And the exact vehicle they chose to pull this off? A digital product. The concept here is just beautiful in its simplicity. Basically, you create something once. Maybe it's a template, a checklist, or just a simple guide, and then you can sell it over and over again without doing any extra work after that initial setup. It really is the ultimate create once, sell forever kind of model.
And this brilliantly illustrates the exact step-by-step process the creator went through. Step 1, make a simple Google Sheets budgeting template to solve a real problem that people are already actively searching for. Step 2, create a completely free seller account on Etsy. Step 3, literally just take 2 quick screenshots of the template. Step 4, write a short description. And finally, Step 5, list the whole thing for $5. Guys, this entire process took them just 90 minutes.
And the cost? $0. I mean, think about it. Despite creating a brand new digital asset and launching it to a global marketplace, the total financial cost to get this thing up and running was exactly $0. They fully preserved that precious $43 budget while still taking a massive, actionable swing at generating some new income.
But as we all know, creating the product is really only half the battle, which brings us to the next phase, the 24-hour reality check. So, after 24 hours, here's exactly what happened. The listing received 12 views. Out of those 12 views, it got 2 saves, and for the sales, 0. Right? No sales. And I love this because rather than pretending day 1 was this massive, life-changing win, we're looking at the stark, honest truth of launching a new product from absolute scratch.
Now, hold on. Before you think this method is a total bust, let's break down why those numbers are actually incredibly significant. Those 2 saves, they represent real human beings searching for budget templates who found this specific listing interesting enough to save for later. It actively validates that there is real search interest out there. Plus, Etsy's search algorithm naturally tends to favor new listings early on. So simply getting the product live actually triggers the algorithm to start testing it out in front of potential buyers.
Which brings us right to the most actionable part of today's explainer. Your turn to launch.
So, the crucial point is how easily you can replicate this entire experiment for yourself. Seriously, here is the exact path. Go to Etsy.com, create a free seller account, spend some time searching for what's already selling well in a category you actually understand, stuff like budgeting, planning, maybe social media templates. Then make your own simple version using completely free tools like Canva or Google Sheets. And finally, just list it, put it out there.
You know, the absolute biggest mistake people make here is waiting until their product feels totally 100% perfect. Actually, the creator of this experiment openly admits their spreadsheet isn't perfect. But hey, it is live. And in the world of digital products, getting it out there and letting the market react matters infinitely more than just sitting around waiting for perfection. Of course, the journey certainly doesn't end here. Tomorrow, for day 3, the plan is to check back on this exact listing to see if those initial saves actually convert into cash, while simultaneously trying out a completely different money-making method. Because look, when you're practically broke and just trying to figure things out, the primary strategy is crystal clear. You absolutely cannot afford to put all your eggs in one basket. Which brings us to a critical thought I want to leave you with today. If you're following along with this strategy or even just thinking about trying one of these zero-cost methods for yourself, I want to ask you directly, what day did you start on? Are you still waiting for things to be perfect, or are you finally ready for day 1? Honestly, take action. And hey, make sure you're subscribed so we can see if this Etsy listing finally gets a sale in our next explainer. Catch you next time.